There was a time when you said I wasn't beautiful. There was a time when my skin was too black or too yellow, reminding you of how dirty I was to be mixed with your blood. There was a time when my hair was unnatural. Little child, growing up black. When I looked in the mirror, my hair was a problem. Wasn't straight enough, wasn't long and free. So pressing combs and perms became my friend. And now, oh, my enemy. After a while, it left burnt scars and perms left me bald. So I started over and decided to become who I already was. Natural, that's right. Not hard to say. Here at the earth before man's passions destroyed it. I don't have straight hair. Why pretend? My nose is wide and rear is round and plump. Always good to make a grown man wanna hump. Damn, that felt good just to say. But wait.
Little child growing up. Little child growing up.
Now the plastic surgeon's getting rich, giving you what I got. What was once so ugly is now considered beautiful, so why not buy it? What? Now you're pumping your asses and tanning your skin. You want the hair, my skin, the music that I'm in. You want our beautiful black men? And if that's not enough, what was not good enough for us to carry around is now beautiful. All because you brought it out. And things like that we don't have to repair. Our skin is from dark to fair. Our lips full beyond compare. Little child growing up black now understand. We were always beautiful.
Little child growing up. Little child growing up black.
We were always beautiful. And what you considered ugly is what you're trying to steal. Black women, God's gift to this earth, you know it. And brothers who are still with us, your knowledge is still clear of your beautiful queens who deserve the beautiful things, and how we ride on the strength of our beautiful black men that never gave up on us, our kings. To be called our kings is much deserved for the real black man who didn't stab us in the back. For the one who told us that being a black sister wasn't good enough, in fact. Understanding of black still being beautiful. And for that, just look everywhere. We will always have each other's back. Because black is still black.
You want the music that I'm in?
Little child.
The music that I'm in.
Growing up. Little child growing up black.
You want the music that I'm in?
Little child.
The music that I'm in.
Growing up. Little child growing up black. Little child. Little child. Growing up. Little child growing up black.
the music that I'm in.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You have reached that most important hour where we, our UrbanSouls.com family, have the supreme opportunity of speaking with one of our very own. Tonight we are talking to JonVee. JonVee, born named Dimitri Word Artist Washington, was born on May 17, 1958 in Southeast Washington, D.C. She goes on to tell us that we can call her JonVee, Misa, or Mimi, for us to take our pick. JonVee says that she loves all music, even country and classical, as well as hip-hop. And some of her favorite listeners are Miles Davis, Coltrane, Al Jarreau, Billie Holiday, Corinne Bailey, Jill Scott, Bob Marley, the likes of Duke Ellington, Nat King Cole, Mahalia Jackson, Lena Horne, and Barbra Streisand, just to name a few. She says, for me, Miles' music is so intimate, and he was one to never stop learning or experimenting with new musicians, always leading the way for so many. His music to her, to name a few, was sultry as well as eclectic. I mean, you have Bitches Brew and Porgy and Bess, to some day my prince will come, to I thought about you, I mean endless, and I never grow tired of his music. And then you have Coltrane with Love Supreme, Sentimental Mood, which is one of her all-time favorites, to Green Sleeves. JonVee loves jazz and poetry. For her, she says that is home, is life, history, her stories of love and sin. That is our survival, she states. It's hate, making love, street life gospel, freedom, and our struggles of everyday life. We have the supreme opportunity, as I said before, to speak with our very own JonVee, and we have given her the stage. The floor is yours, my lady. How are you doing?
Hey, darling. Hello, family. I love you. I miss you. I really miss you.
Oh, because we miss you too, most definitely. We miss you. How's it been? How you been doing?
I've been doing good. I've been tired. This girl been tired.
You've been tired, I mean, we have watched you evolve with this project of yours, and we know for some time now that you have been talking to us about coming up with your very own CD and your very own video, and the time has come. How does that feel?
I can't even explain it. You know, I've been working on it for a very long time, and at first I thought that there was no chance at all that I was even going to get it out, you know. And I gave up a few times on it, and then I looked back and I said, it's a part of me, so I can't do it. You know, I have to just go ahead and push it. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And then when it got finished, oh my God, when it got finished, I felt like I was like crying and laughing at the same time. And then my nerves started boiling over again. I was like, oh God, is anybody even gonna like this stuff? And then, you know, I got to the point where I was like, I really don't care anymore, because, you know, the point is I did it.
That's right. Now, the first track I just played, our introduction track, I played Black, is Still Beautiful. Where did you get that title from?
It started with my sister. You know, my sister is she has very dark skin compared to me.
Okay.
And when we were growing up, you know, she would always say, you know, she was like, you know, Mimi, you're the pretty one. You know, and I was like, no, because you're beautiful, you know. And she didn't think that she was, because people made fun of her dark skin.
Wow.
And, you know the things that they said, because she's too dark, and you know, and she had nappy hair and things like that. And I always thought that, you know, her skin was like so gorgeous, you know, dark and beautiful, you know. And I wrote that pretty much to explain her. things that people say about many different shades of color.
Well, you know,
When you look at us, I mean, we're like a beautiful box of colors. You know,
that's right.
all these different colors, browns that we have going for us.
Right.
And to even think that we're, you know, ugly in any kind of way, you know, I look at it and I'm saying you're mistaken. You know,
Right.
you need to look a little bit harder.
You know, that's funny.
Right.
See, that's funny that you would write something like that, because that is something that we, in fact, in the African American race, are still dealing with right now. You know, and I'm not sure that it will ever come to fruition, that we will ever stop looking at each other and basing our attitudes about people, our very own sisters and brothers, regarding the color of their skin and the hue that it is. I think for the most part, I think that we have in the nation, you know, failed to realize that we, meaning the African American race, are our very own worst enemy when it comes to skin color. So that's a good thing that you did add something in your tracks based on something that's really happening, has been happening back then, and it's still happening today. You know, so I think that's a great thing. You know, you. Like I said before, you've been doing this project for a while now, and when it came to your talent for spoken word and artistry, who did you take after growing up?
Okay. For a long time, I thought actually that there was something about me that I needed to do, and I didn't quite understand it until a teacher told me what it was. You know, she said, you know, I used to write short stories. I still do, but I never do anything about them.
Okay.
But I used to write short stories and poetry and things like that, and she told me that I was a writer, and I told her, you know, I never thought of myself as a writer. You know, I just wrote down things that I saw and things that I went through. And you know, she told me, she says, "You're a writer," and she says you need to, you know, do more of that and more often. And I've been doing it ever since. I think I was like maybe 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to sit in my windowsill instead of going outside playing with the kids. You know, I would sit in my windowsill and just write all the time. And I wish I could find some of that stuff that I was going through when I was a kid.
Wow.
But I lost all of that. You know, I've always been writing, and I write from the positive and the negative energy, and I learned from it also.
Okay.
You know, I became fascinated, you know, with words when I think. I heard Coltrane and with a lot of other people. What is his name? I forgot his name. Well, I'm not even going to try to remember it right now, but I used to listen to a lot of people when it came to words, and Tupac was another one that came in line. You know, love Tupac.
Yes, that's my boy. That is my boy.
Yeah.
People don't realize that you have a lot of lyrical geniuses, you know?
Right, and you know, the things he wrote about life. You
That's
know,
right, life. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, our next track here that I want the audience to hear, it's entitled "The Apartment." Now, can you walk me through this? Where did you get that from?
that came from sitting on the stoop on the front porch of our apartment building.
Ah.
Right. Where we used to sit, you know, and my mama used to hang out the window.
Okay.
Anytime a boy would come up and try to get to know me a little better, you know, mama was, you know, she was like right there in the window.
Oh my goodness. Well, we are going to play The Apartment without any further ado. This is JonVee's The Apartment.
I sat on the steps of the apartment building we lived in. Day after day, I would sit and watch as the neighbors kiss and fight, braid hair and share stories of love and sin. Where women would flood and throw up short dresses and bushes peaked in place. Weed passed and paper bags from hand to hand as they shoo away nosy little fast-ass kids trying to get into business at hand. There was a time to play and there was a time to watch the grown-ups doing just that. Being grown. I would sit and dream of one day being grown and laughing and dancing just the way they dance. I would dream of having a man and he would hold my hand and kiss me the way Walker would kiss Miss Anna and slap her ass. What did I know? I was just a kid imitating my past. Mama would come out sometimes and sit with me and drink in her brown paper bag and say, look at Miss Simone with her high stack shoes and them skinny legs. We would laugh and go on about almost everything, finding humor in our soap opera on the little step in the apartment building we lived in. I once met a boy and he was 14, only 1 year older, but I felt like he was at least 16, if you know what I mean. Mama would be looking from the window. From there she could see everything. So when she thought it was safe, she would run back and forth instead of steady seating, which he had counted on. Counting the minutes between when she would show her head to make sure nothing was going on with me. He touched me first on the leg when he reached for my hand. Then he kissed me on the cheek and then took a peek to see if Mama was back again. I looked across the street where Miss Anna was smiling at me. She then warned me that Mama was watching again. She smiled and went on about what she was doing. But still, I knew she was looking out for me. I sit on the steps of the building I live in and realize just how much I love it here. Real people with real lives, real problems, and sometimes real life. But we were happy and loved each other so. Shared everything sitting there on the steps of the building I lived in, watching life grow. It seems to go so slow. But how I wish I could get back those days and watching the tiny ones play. Simple jump rope and kickball and tag. Little boys trying to fill up your legs and we slap them away, knowing damn well we wanted to play. What I wouldn't give to feel that kind of love again. Sitting on the step of the apartment building we lived in.
Oh yeah, the apartment, the
That
apartment.
bring back memories and feelings.
Boy, that brings back some stuff. Well, let me tell you, you are listening to UrbanSouls.com, affiliate of the Soul FM. And we tonight are talking to our very own JonVee, and the title of her CD, her spoken word CD, is called Mama's Wildflower. Mama's Wildflower came from what?
Well, actually, that's what my mother used to call her girls, her
Okay.
wildflowers.
Okay.
And I guess she felt like she went out and picked her own wildflowers, which was us. She said she had the final say in what her children was supposed to be like. So that's where it came from. And she looks at us, she said, that's Mama's wildflowers.
Mama's Wildflowers. How many siblings do you have?
Well, I have a whole bunch of them actually, but on my mother's side, it's 5 of us all together, and one of my sisters is deceased.
Okay.
And then on the other side, there's so many you can't even count because Papa was a rolling stone, man.
Wow.
Wherever he laid his head, he left the kid.
Oh my goodness. I'm reading your bio. Your bio states that you were born in the United States, but you have such a strong accent. Where does that come from?
I don't know. it's just a part of my soul, I guess.
Oh, so
my great grandfather, they said came from Haiti, but I don't know. Maybe it just skipped everybody else and picked me up instead because they said I would need it in the future.
Oh my goodness! So none of your family, none of your direct family are from the island. You just kind of picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, it actually started in school when I had I used to talk with my tongue twisted all the time.
Okay.
And the teachers couldn't understand me. I had a teacher who they said you don't speak properly. So, and actually I was speaking very country like because I was raised part of my life in Staunton, Virginia.
Okay.
Right, and so when I came back from Staunton, Virginia, it was like I came back saying yes, no, yes, ma'am. And then you have the kids laughing at you all the time.
Right.
So he took me to the side and started talking to me and teaching me, and then I had a twist on the tone, and it was like he was like, you know what? This is as good as it gets. So let's just take it from here and just be yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, you do a pretty good job of it. I thought you were from the Indies.
A lot of people think I'm from the Indies, but even when they look at me,
Yes,
half
indeed.
the time they think I'm Hispanic, they think I'm Indian, they think I don't know, man. They got
Wow. Well, we're going to pick up a question from our chat room, and for those who are listening, we have our own live chat that you can, if you're a member of UrbanSouls.com, you can log into UrbanSouls.com and come to the very bottom of our screen. You're going to see a red button that says disconnected. You click on it and you connect, and that will bring you directly into our very own Urban Souls chat room, where you can interact with JonVee and speak with her and the rest of our guests who are in the chat room at this time. Now, in our chat room, I'm going to pick a question. Sensuality, better known as Sensi, says she wants to know who does the music for her. Who does your background music?
Well, I do all the singing, the background, everything, and my husband does the music.
Wow, that's very talented. Very talented. I like the background music.
Yeah, well, everybody wanted me to sing at first because I sang in church a lot. So they said, well, why don't you sing first? And I was like, no, I'm gonna do this first, and the one I'm working on now, you'll probably hear me singing a lot more.
Okay. And then we have a question from our very own ISIS1769. She wants to know, who would you like to collaborate with?
Hey sis, let me see. Who would I like to collaborate with? I think I love India Ari. I would love to do something with India Ari.
Yeah, India Ari is awesome. Awesome. You know, I think that would be a very nice collaboration if we can hook that up. That would be very, very nice. Yeah, I'm trying to move on way down here. I thought I saw another question. Let's see here. We have. I could have swore I saw. Okay, another question from Sensuality. She says, "Does she have a favorite spoken word artist?"
I love Jill Scott. I mean, because she's so out there, and she talks about issues and things like that, you know. So yeah, I love Jill Scott.
Okay, Jill Scott. She's she's awesome. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Now, our next selection from our very own JonVee, I'm going to hit it up, and I'm going to put on a little selection called Caramel High. And when we come back, we are going to talk again with our very own JonVee, better known as Ripping It from Mama's Wildflower, right here on UrbanSouls.com.
A snack, a munch. I call him my lovely Caramunch. Sweet dreams of chocolate drizzled lips, caramel kisses reign supreme. This wasn't my chosen moment, but it seemed so appropriate. I was slaving through some ridiculously boring work when he ran upon me, baptizing me in his sweat from the run he had just had. He was running through my dreams like he did just now. Caramel colored skins, eyes so damn brown. Pierced me like the sharpest arrow through my heart. I was hit hard and common sense was down. I was waiting for some magical moment just like this, and here it was, proven to me forever this would be fine. Then he leaned in towards me after staring me down, and I got my very first kiss. It was magical. No skies fell, no mountains crumbled, something my parents told me would happen along with a typhoon, and that I would crumble if I let a boy near me. But it was fine. He had a fantastic ass. Me think of sweet confection that would theoretically cause anyone to fall in love. First the butterflies, then the kiss. First love celebrated in a floral scent of my perfume. It did consume. The best romantic moment I could dream of. Definitely going to sleep with a smile on my face. This has to be fate. Causing me to relate to the addiction of your caramel high. Camelicious I was tempted by. Young and ambitious, fly and delicious. Such motivation moving through my heart. My soul, my emotions are out of control. Feeling that urgency of falling to my knees whenever he's near. I had to build up all my defenses, a suit of armor. This was all about timing on both sides. Falling in love was beyond my control. My first love, an unseeable force affecting the situation that's inside of me, feeling scared of what this outcome would be. That caramel colored skin is what I want to be in right now. Flying high on those chocolate drizzled lips. Caramel kisses reign supreme. I'd chosen this moment to taste, not to waste, and celebrate my first with a smile on me face. Definitely addicted to your caramel high. A warm, delicious kiss that the girls want to caramel munch in my place. I wish you can feel what I feel, because it's my first time, and baby, it is so fun.
That was Caramel High by your girl, none other than JonVee. Man, that was hot. Who was you thinking about when you wrote that one?
I'm sitting here smiling, you know. I mean, every time I hear this stuff, they bring back memories of things, you know, that I really shouldn't even discuss. But when I came up with that one, my niece had made a comment on Facebook.
Okay.
About her boyfriend. I love his caramel colored skin, and I was like, ooh. And I started thinking back to those days. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, baby. You know, so you come over with these little things, little flashbacks.
Absolutely.
And I started writing, and I just could not stop.
That was great. Now we got a comment from our chat room. We have a comment. We have a question from Jazzy. Jazzy would like to know, are you planning on doing any local touring?
If anybody invites me, I would definitely do just that.
Well, we most certainly have to get some balls rolling so you can get to touring. Definitely got to get...
I got a band already waiting for me to do something. They're saying, JonVee, whenever you're ready,
Right.
we're ready.
Yes. Now we have a question from our very own CEO of UrbanSouls.com, Dante the Marshall Perez. He wants to know, is your husband an artist?
He used to travel around when we were young. Like we were 17, 18. Because we got married when I was 17 and he was 18.
Okay.
And he used to be in different bands in the area, and he used to travel with different bands in the area, and he used to play in all these different bars and everything else. We entered local DC contests together, where Melvin, Lindsay, and people like that were judging. And he's always been a musician.
Oh, okay.
Always learning. He started in church too, and that's where we met, in church.
Oh, okay.
And, he found out that I could sing when I showed up one evening with my high school choir.
Oh, okay.
Right.
No.
Right. That's when everybody found out that I could sing, but I was real shy, believe it or not.
You were shy? Wow. Can't imagine.
I was shy. I was really shy, And then they, got interested in the church. I started showing up, and then I started singing, because when I first started going to the church, I was singing like a first soprano. And then every time I had a baby, my voice got lower and lower.
Really? Wow. That's kind of strange, because most people boobs get bigger. They don't know what happen to their voice.
Well, that happened too. So you see, it's like two things going on. Like, my boobs grew, man. I mean, they wouldn't stop. And my voice just started getting lower and lower, and I was like, I'm just going to sound like a man as if I'm having babies.
Now we have a question from our very own DJ Diamond B. She would like to know, where do you hope to be in the next 5 years with your career?
Oh, that's a good one. I want to go into film. I want to put what I do to film or on stage.
Oh, great.
If possible.
Great.
Yeah, that's one of my main dreams right there, is to maybe hook up with art school.
Okay.
And get some of the students to try to put some of this on stage, or either on video, or you can get the kids involved and put some of this stuff on video. I have so much of it that's why this is just a dip in the bucket right here.
Okay.
But I have so much of it, and y'all can tell the kind of stuff that I can write from some of the groups that we have. I love the erotic part of it too. I can really get down with some of that stuff for real.
Now we know that you are from a very musical family, because we had the opportunity to interview your son Stefan, and we were really, really glad to see him growing in such by leaps and bounds. Where did your musical background come from, and how did you get your children? How did you instill that in your children growing up?
Well, first it started with my daddy. He's in the group called the Dogs, and you can put that in the, you can pull that up anywhere. It'll show you everything on him.
Right.
But I didn't know anything about him until until I was like 12 years old, when my mother decided to tell me. And so when she told me, I was like, well, where is he?
Okay.
And so one day, I think I was like 21 or 22 or something like that, and my mom brought him to my apartment, and that was the first time I met him. And even though we never knew each other, I felt like instantly I just felt like I knew him, because he sat down and he started talking about me finishing school, and he's a very educated man. And he was all about education. You can tell. And he was very disappointed that I didn't finish high school.
Wow.
So he said, even though if you don't ever talk to me again, just make sure you go back to school. He said, because it's very important. And now he said, I'm disappointed that you got married early.
Yeah.
He said, but there's nothing I can do about that. I can't come into your life and tell you that, I don't want you doing this, or I don't want you doing that. He was like, I just want you to promise me to go back to school.
Right. Did you go back to school?
Oh, yeah, I went back, got my high school diploma, and I also went and took interior decorating. And that's where I fell in love with photography.
Right.
I felt, I can get into your house and take what you got and decorate your house, and with no problems. But I fell more in love with photography.
Now, I have seen some of your photography, and I think it is absolutely fantastic. Especially a lot of your self photography is very, very nice. You have so many different avenues that you can go down. What made you decide to just stick with the career in terms of your spoken word versus going into photography, or do you just do a little bit of everything?
I try to do it all if possible, because God blessed me with so much.
That's right.
And I don't know why He blessed me with so much, but I'm not even going to question that.
Right.
He gave me what he gave me, and it made me me. So, I try to dab a little bit in everything that I know how to do. I could have been a cook. I could have been a doctor, because I'm so interested in all of that stuff like that. And it's like I'm always reading.
Right.
My husband said, you sure could have been a doctor, because you don't care about when it comes to blood and guts, and nothing bothers you when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, it doesn't. I did for a while go to school and became a nurse's assistant.
Oh, Okay.
So I did that for a while, you know, and I worked in the home for the elderly. But sometimes these places, they don't treat people well, and I could not tolerate.
That's right. I mean, that is rough, you know. I mean, so when it came to your children, because I remember at one time we were discussing all of your children played an instrument. I believe I was talking to you at one point when you said that all of your children played an instrument.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my oldest daughter plays the violin. You know, and my youngest daughter, she sings. She doesn't really play instruments, but she sings. And my oldest girl sings too. And my oldest son plays the conga whenever he gets in the mood. But, you know, Stephon, he plays the keyboards and the drums. We started him out on a drum, you know.
Okay.
Because he loved Pee Wee Herman. You know, every time that dang show came on, you know, his little feet would come flying in the room. And, you know, and he had this very high-pitched voice, you know, like, you know, he's like, Mommy.
Wow.
You know, Pee Wee Herman. And it was like, okay. So I started letting him take my two biggest spoons that I had in the kitchen and bang on the pots.
Okay.
And we just dealt with it. And then after that, you know, he loved the drums. He wanted drums, so we got him some drums. And he became very good. He's still good at it.
Okay.
I mean, you don't hear him do it often, but he plays the drums.
Now what about all your grandchildren? What are they all doing? Because I know you have a slew of them babies.
They're playing instruments. They're playing saxophone. Well, we have girl horn players in the family now.
Okay.
My granddaughter Gabrielle, I call her Ella. She just got into Duke Ellington School of the Arts.
Well, that's beautiful.
And she went in playing the saxophone, and they did not have a girl saxophone player, but the girl can blow. Wow,
we're gonna have to get an interview with her.
And then I have another one coming up playing the trombone.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing.
Most of them play the keyboards and the drums. Ella plays the drums too. She plays the saxophone and the drums.
Oh, okay. Our next song we're gonna hit from JonVee's CD called Mama's Wildflower. It's going to be entitled Tree. I'm going to play that because Tree and JonVee match. Tree JonVee. Here we go, right here on UrbanSouls.com.
Tree, standing strong and free. I've been here before you were born. I've seen much war and soldiers died beneath me. Lovers caressed at my roots. Babies born under my roof. Children climbed me while black men and women whipped hanging from me. I shook with anger and cried with dew dripping from my lids. Tried my best to shake them free. This branch right here, as you can see, is where all my children were born. This is the branch where my heart troubled me so, and I felt as if I was dying, or at least I felt like trying. This branch here is the branch I gained when I lost my brothers, my sisters, my grandparents. I did weep so. This branch here is my mother. the only parent I knew. She always remained there for me. She was the father when there was not one around. Can you see her? She's beautiful just above me. This here is the branch my grandchildren were born under. It's so many I just can't count them all. Now, here I stand, the trunk in the center of it all. My roots deeply beneath the earth as I stand in all my beauty, from winter to spring, summer and fall. Holding everyone together, never ever letting them fall. I bear the fruit, sometimes bitter and sometimes sweet, but in the end, a most rewarding treat. I am tree, I am a woman, I am earth. God planted me deep, gave me strong branches to be able to hold it all. I am your shelter from the storms. I am the roof over your head when the heat is on. I shade you from the sun so that you may rest. I bring you close to my breast to remember my heartbeat, for my heartbeat is your heart. My blood is your blood. As long as you go on, I live. I, woman, find the love, the peace, the protector, the teacher, the preacher, the lover, the glue that puts it all back together. I am woman, deeply rooted. I am tree. I am me.
I am the brother. I got it going on. I got the deuces with the mostness. I am me, boy. Boy, I was ready to break some chains, man. I said, boy, there's some Sister Soldier stuff right here, boy. I was about to, man, I was standing up with my hand, with my black power all up here like this. I was ready, boy. I was ready to start fighting some people. Boy, man, I'm about to go outside and find me somebody to fight. Boy, I was ready, boy. Oh my God, I can't compose myself now. I got bucked up. I was mad. I was mad, like, shoot, me too.
A lot of people response to that one.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna rip off my shirt and get my spear.
Yeah, I get my spear gun and I'm about ready to go do some hunting. Oh my God. Let me go back to this chat room. What's going on, Urban Souls family? Y'all always do people good. Y'all know how to turn up and turn out. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see here. I saw a couple of questions. Let's see here. And a question from Let's see. Nope, that was another question. Losing my place, y'all. All right. Isis would like to know where can her releases be purchased?
Oh, they got you a CD Baby, Amazon. What is it? You could find it anywhere. If you really want to find out my Facebook page,
okay,
it's right on there where to go purchase it. You know.
Now, do you have a website?
The website, CD Baby.
Okay, so you don't have your personal web. You don't have a personal website where you can.
Not a personal. Everything went straight to them. It's like they put it out on Amazon and every place else.
Okay.
And it goes to like cdbaby.com/JonVee.
Okay. And also, Dante would like to know where can we get an autograph copy?
Oh, honey, I will send you one.
All right, we get an autograph copy. That's what I'm talking about. UrbanSouls.com, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And our last question is from our very own Diamond B. She'd like to know, have you written a book?
Well, it was a book first, but I have not done anything with it yet because my first idea was to put the CD and the book out together. Okay. But it's just I got a little lazy when it came to getting everything together. Right. But I'm still gonna put the book together, and not only that, I'm also trying to work on a photography book too. So I mean, there's a lot of things I'm trying to get done. You know, it's like the photography book and the poem book, and working on another CD.
Well, that's a very good thing. That's a good thing. Now, you tell us real quickly. Can you tell us about your about this new venture, your video? You have a video out. Where can we find that?
Well, it's being worked on. It's like Stephon came home. Stephon came home. You need a CD out, Mom. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do, Mom. You need a CD out. So he said the CD and the video and all of that, you need them all out at the same time. So I was like, oh, okay. He was like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, the sister is not a skinny girl. I'm not a skinny girl.
That's all right.
And he was like, and you're not a fat one either, so don't care.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with society now. Everybody don't need to be a size 2, and everybody is not going to be a size 2, and that's fine.
I'm telling everybody right now. Mama got hips and everything else, so I'm not a skinny woman, and I don't care to be a skinny woman, but I am healthy.
Well, that's all that matters. If you have to, this is what I tell people all the time. You have to love the skin that you're in, regardless if that skin is a size 2 or a size 22. If that skin is if you're 4'11" or you're 6'3", you have to love the skin that you're in. And when you love the skin that you're in, everybody else is going to love you also.
Well, yes, sir, because I love me.
That's what I'm talking about. Confidence is everything. And when you have confidence in life and you have confidence in who you are, you have confidence in everything else, then people see that and then you emit off of everyone else. That's how people get through life. Don't worry about any type of image. That's what we have to start getting rid of. So what you're short, so what you're fat, so what you're tall, so what you're dark. Who really cares? Because ultimately none of us gonna have a skin up in heaven. It don't matter.
That's right.
So we're gonna.
I is what I is.
That's right, and you is cool. You is cool peoples.
Well, they did shit it, so I'm waiting now for them to put it all together. And they did it on like one of the worst days where it was like hauling outside and the heavy outside. And I was like, I hope I don't look like I'm sleeping because the allergies was like tearing me apart.
Well, that's all right, because you know what? You have our support, regardless of whether you look like Snaggle Rock or not. It don't matter. It really don't matter. You have our support. And the last...
It should be pretty cool, though, because I have one of my grandbabies representing me as a child.
Well, that's wonderful. You make sure that we get a copy of that, or you make sure that you let us know when it's out so we can come and blow it up and give you some counts and everything, because it is very important. You know, our Urban Soul family, we stick together. Our song, Forever Connected, is what we are. No matter whether you have been with us for the last 20 years or the last 5 years, we thank you, and we all stick together. So we thank you for this interview because it was very enlightening. We got to learn some things about you and all of our listening audience. We have a huge listening audience, and we thank all those who are listening. We got to give it up for that Team Twitter. What's up, Team Twitter? What's up? Got to give it up for those. I want to give a special shout out to your very own girl, Cincy. Cincy is our promoter, and she puts things together for us so we can have it nice and laid out. I want to give her that big up and thank her very much. And our very last one we're going to hit is Mama's Wildflower, which is what this entire CD is all about. JonVee, we thank you, and we will make sure you send us that autographed copy so we can put it right there on Urban Souls. We're going to see you in the big... We love you too, and we're going to see you on the big screen one day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JonVee, Mama's Wildflower.
I was grounded in scripture from the time I was born. She told me God is ruler, and He take what you think is yours. I was raised by my grandmother, and God blessed grandmother's hands. She rocked me to sleep, and through illness is why today I stand. My mama didn't make it, she said, and daddy, he fled the day I was born. Wanted me to be a boy. She called me Mama's Wildflower. Said Mama was grounded too. Told me Mama was planted along the mountains and the roadsides and in the fields and forests where she would always be with you. I bury my feet in the wetlands just to feel her near. I lay naked in the fields, make my bed among the flowers and rest my head. Grandmother said I was Mama's wildflower. I run through the fields with endless skies above me, and the sun loves me and my mama hugs me. As the breeze surrounds my soul, it's her, I know. Grandma told me it was a lump. It was too late for Mama to get rid of it because it had become too wild to control. Mama couldn't fight no more. Just like that, Mama was gone. She left me instead. Mama was a woman grounded in scripture, and she loved the things that were free. She loved the blue skies and the honeydew and the wildflowers and trees. She climbed and reached as far as the eyes could see, and then she had me. Fought the devil on all levels. She didn't know until it was almost too late that there was a baby she was carrying and that she would call free. They said, "Let us try and give you more time." She said, "I have all the time I need. God taking me home when my baby is born. I'm leaving behind a piece of me. I'm Mama's wildflower." I was grounded in scripture from the time I was born. I run through the fields with endless skies above me, and the sun loves me and my mama hugs me. I bury my feet in the wet grass just to feel her near. I lay naked in the fields, make my bed among the wildflowers, then rest my head as I talk to the skies above me. I lie in the field and talk to the trees and feel the soft breeze as it tells me it loves me. I taste the honeydew as it kisses kisses my lips. I climb the trees because this is where my mama be. I reach for the heavens to touch the tips of her fingers. I feel the raindrops fall upon me. It's her tears to let me know she misses me. People say I'm touched. Well, I guess I am by the love she left me and the beautiful name, Free.
As always, we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting our very own. It is very important that you all come out and support those who are starting out, because without having a framework or having some place to come, then we just let everybody else win. We let the mainstream win, and we're not here to do that. So with that said, we are a family affair. I want to wish you all a good night. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for supporting our very own JonVee. If you have a chance to go to cdbaby.com, go ahead and cop that CD. We wish you nothing but love, peace, and urban souls. Baby. Doses.
Child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them. You see, it's in the blood. Both kids are good and bound. Blood's thicker than the mud. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Still checking each other out. Hey, nobody wants to blow. Nobody wants to be left out. You can't leave cause your heart is there, but you can't stay cause you've been somewhere else. You can't cry cause you look broke down, but you're crying anyway cause you're all broke down. It's a family affair. It's a family affair.